Hey everyone, it's Jared from acousticnature.com and welcome to another episode of Behind the Sounds. In today's episode, we are in North Carolina in the southern Nantahala wilderness. Spring has sprung and it is incredibly beautiful here. So if you can tell behind me, the sun is setting and I've been here for almost a whole day already, just doing some listening and location scouting for the drop rig tonight, which is actually set up behind me right there. So we'll take a walk down this log and I will show you what's going on over there. Okay, so this is the drop rig location for tonight. As you can see behind me, I have my brand new recording kit I'm very excited about. Inside those Rycote blimps are Lewitt 540 Subzero microphones, and they only have 4 decibels of noise, and I will also be running them into the new Zoom F3 with really quiet preamps. So this should be an ultra quiet field recording setup, perfect for nature ambiences. So I don't have the angle dialed in yet, so I'm going to plug in my headphones, have a listen, look at these snags, try and do some predicting, and I'll probably have my right microphone aimed at this snag and my left one aimed there, and we'll also capture the field in between the two. All right, it's been about 10 minutes or so of monitoring, and it is unbelievable how much detail these microphones capture and with how little noise. There's some distant birds calling right now, but besides that, it is virtually dead silent and there's no hiss whatsoever coming from the Lewitts or the Zoom. If you're curious about how I'll be powering the Zoom F3, I'll be using this Anchor power supply connected to the Zoom F3 via its USB-C connector. This has about 28,000 milliamps of power, so it should be good for multiple overnight drop rig recordings. All right, it's just about time for me to get headed out of here, back down to camp, but I did put the Rycote furry windshields over the blimps, and that's not for the wind, that's to help better protect the mics from the morning dew and moisture come morning. So this is it. Wish me luck. All right, everyone. Today is day 2 and it's the afternoon, and I just finished reviewing the recordings from the drop rig last night. And I'm glad that I did, because what I found is going to influence the rest of this trip. So the big finding was that on top of that ridge, even though it's 3 miles away from the closest main road, it was picking up the sound of the traffic this morning, and also a little bit here and there last night. This might be a really great location to come back to later in the spring or in the summer when all the trees have leafed out and are providing some natural noise suppression. Might be really quiet here. But for the moment, I'm going to have to go elsewhere in search of silence. Despite the noise of the morning traffic during the dawn chorus this morning, the drop rig did capture some great sounds during the night, including some really quiet natural ambiences with crickets and just silence. That would be really good room tones. And it captured a really interesting event. Last night, all at the same time, literally every beetle in the forest seemed to wake up and started buzzing around. And I was able to capture that with the Lewitts. And every once in a while, one beetle or a couple beetles will get close to the microphones. And it's really, really loaded with sonic detail and resonance. And I really enjoyed listening to it. I hope you do too. Besides the drop rig, I also was using the Telinga Modular, which is a parabolic microphone, and I have two EM272 capsules installed in there. And I was able to record my favorite bird with amazing detail. It's a wood thrush. And I woke up this morning and there was one in the hemlock tree above my tent. So I actually slept with the parabolic mic and I set it up inside my tent, got a good recording, and then I quietly crept out of my tent and slowly set it up, being as still and as quiet as possible. And the wood thrush didn't seem to mind. It stayed about 15 feet away from me in the lower canopy of the hemlock, and I got a really incredible detailed recording of its song. So, as I mentioned, the results from the drop rig have influenced what I'm going to do for the rest of the trip. There is a trailhead about 4 miles down the gravel road here, so I'm just about all packed up, ready to go, and we're going to try that location out today. So, I'll see you over there. All right, everybody, we are in a beautiful clearing filled with pine trees and also some tulip poplars. And there's an occasional breeze blowing through here that sounds really nice. So behind me, I'm actually running two microphones, as you can see. And this is a noise and also stereo field test between a SASS microphone with EM272s versus the Lewitt 540 Subzeros in ORTF routed to a Sound Devices 702. So while I was out today looking for new spots that were further away from that main road, I found this really incredible clearing. This is going to be location number 1 for drop rig number 1 tonight. Just a short walk away from drop rig number 1 is drop rig number 2. And this one is all about the birds. I'll be putting my SASS on this tree. It's going to be facing this direction, looking out on snag galore. And my plan and hope is that some owls or birds in the morning or this evening use them as song posts. All right, everyone, I am totally packed up. Thank you very much for watching. I'm on to my next location. If you enjoyed this video and found it inspiring and would like to see more, please consider subscribing or leaving a like on the video. It really helps the channel to grow and help other people find it more easily. If you'd like to support me in other ways, I'll also leave a link down in the description to my coffee where you can leave a donation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.